Hello everybody, it is me, Andrew, and this is going to be a different kind of YouTube video than anything I've ever really done before, but I'm super excited to give it a shot. So this is going to be a interactive pick card. So there are 3 piles right here. You may already be drawn. Let me get this amethyst in the picture because it is so gorgeous. Because it was on the side, we can't have amethyst on the side. So basically, I want you guys, wherever you're at, I want you to take a really deep breath right now. I want you to take a really deep breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth. So this is going to be like I said, an interactive pick a card reading where we're going to draw cards. You're going to pick a pile and we're going to go through those piles. I'm going to try my best, if I remember how to do it, to include timestamps in the comments so you can just click and get to the card that you want to get to. So that way you don't have to watch the whole thing or try and scrub forward and miss part of it and have to scrub back. So I'm going to try my best to get that situated. And that should be in the comments, if not in the description. But I think it should be in the comments, and I'll try to pin the comment to the top. So the decks I am using today, if you have not seen this deck yet, then shame on you. It is the Angels and F-Bombs Oracle. This is my deck, the deck that I have made. It is my everything. Pre-orders are still going on right now until the 25th, unless they go a little later. But I'm trying to keep everything at least, if it doesn't end on the 25th, it'll end on the 31st of May. So I'm going to just kind of keep that going, and then I'll place my order for the decks in June, and then they should be shipped out by July. Or you should get them by July. So that is my decks. You're going to see how this deck works. We're also using one of the greatest decks I think I've ever had in my life, and I need another copy of this deck because I'm scared I'm going to wear this one out because I don't want it to go out of print, even though I don't think it will. But it is one of the most amazing decks. I love it so much. And it is the Ritual deck by Zend Out. So it is the deck that I use. It's been on my altar since the moment I got it. I have not taken it off. And I don't even know when I got this deck. I got this deck probably 8 months ago, if not more than that. I got it as soon as it came out. I had it, and it's been on my altar ever since. I've changed all the decks around it except for that deck. So I keep at least 3, if not 4 decks on my altar. I draw 1 card from each deck each day, but right now I have 3, and it is this one, the Diviner Definitions Oracle by the Diviner Life or Michael Reyes, and then the Mermaid Tarot, which I'm loading right now too. So I want you to get as calm and get as relaxed, and I want you to pick a pile. So we're gonna say, are you picking pile number 1? Are you picking pile number 2? Or are you picking pile number 3? And I really want you to lean into this experience. It might even help, honestly, to reach your hand out and see which one you gravitate towards. And this is just going to be some general guidance, not for the week or anything like that, but just general guidance for you. I set the intention that when I picked the cards, that it would be for the people that picked that particular deck. And keep in mind that if a message does not resonate with you, that's okay. Give it time. A lot of times messages don't resonate when we first get them, and then they resonate all of a sudden. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so I am going to go with pile number 1, and I'm going to move pile number 2 and pile number 3 over here, and let's see what we have for pile number 1. Ooh, buddy. So for pile number 1, we have the moon phases, one of the moon phase cards from the Ritual deck, and this is the waxing crescent. So the keywords are declaration, options, and assessment. And the card we have from Angels and F-Bombs is abundance. So one thing you're going to see about this particular deck is that there are 2 sides. There's a hard side and there's a bomb side. And the heart side is kind of a really nice, sweet prayer. The bottom side is kind of for those days where you just kind of don't give a fuck. And you are just wanting to ask for help, but not in a super love and light way, but in a way that's still going to get you help. So the prayer on this card is, Dear Universe, help me to realize there is no such thing as lack and that all of my needs are provided for. On the bottom side, Dear Universe, help me not to be a dumbass, know that lack isn't a thing, and that my fucking needs are fucking met. Because sometimes you just need to just say, what the fuck? Sometimes that is exactly what you need to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that, we're moving into a place where spirituality is not so much condemning curse words anymore, because it used to be they had a low vibration. It used to be what the fuck ever, like just some bullshit. But this deck is meant to make people uncomfortable. This deck is meant to make you say, hey, why am I so worried about, all of this kind of stuff? Like, why am I worried about cursing? Like, this deck is meant to inspire authentic connections with your angels and with the universe. And if you're a person that curses, the universe knows you curse. So it's not a shock. Your guidance for you that chose pile number 1. It is time to declare that you are not in a place of lack. It is time for you to declare that you are abundant. Now, what's very interesting here is we have the words options and we have assessment. So what is really interesting is that if you are in a space where you're having trouble with abundance, then it's really time to make an assessment of things that you could do better, or things that you could do to help create the future that you want to see. And starting with this prayer, because a lot of times we make decisions out of a place of lack. We make decisions out of a place of desperation and anxiety, and that's not what needs to happen. This pile is telling you that when you use this prayer on this card, you are telling the universe that you know there is no such thing as lack, and you're asking the universe to help continue to show you that there is no such thing as lack, that there is more than enough for everybody. You are never deprived when someone else gains, and someone else is never deprived when you are gained. There is not some finite amount of abundance that people can draw from. That's not how things work. There is an unlimited amount of abundance, and it's time that you get yours. God damn it. So, that was I think this is interesting because it was right beside the citrine, and citrine is the stone of abundance. So that's actually really interesting. So for those of you that chose pile 1, I hope that resonated. Please let me know in the comments if it did. I would be really interested to see how that resonated with you guys. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so for pile number 2, we have the Seed of Life. So this is one of the sacred geometry cards. And then we have the keywords are miracle, oneness, and potential. I'm sorry for all the loud noises. There is trash day here, so apparently they want to take the dumpsters and play go-karts or play bumper cars with them, and it's loud as fuck. So I'm sorry about that. But miracle, oneness, and potential. And the angel that comes up makes me very happy. It is Archangel Hanael. Archangel Hanael is the angel of psychic insights, clairvoyance, women's health issues, women's issues in general, intuition, and releasing old wounds. This is a wonderful pairing because only when you are truly open to learning and when you are truly open to embracing your psychic abilities and just how clairvoyant you are, that's when the miracle happens. And part of that is realizing that, number one, the potential you have to be psychic is already limitless. There is nothing you cannot do, be, or see. And when you tap into the energy of oneness, that we are all connected, that we are all part of a bigger whole, you see famous mediums and psychics, and you're like, God, I wish I could be like them. Well, the truth is, you are like them. You are seeing that separation. That's not actually true. Separation is not a thing. And what's really interesting here is that miracles happen when we embrace our intuition and when we embrace our psychic abilities. Because when we accept that we are psychic, we start opening up to a higher level of consciousness. We start opening up to a higher level of understanding and being and doing. So when this happens, when we open up to those higher levels of thinking, seeing, being, and doing, that's when miracles happen. And a miracle is defined in A Course in Miracles as a shift in perception from fear to love. I do want to make it very clear, and this is something that really rocked my world when I heard it, and I've been preaching it ever since. A miracle has grown to mean to some people that you can offer a shitty ass thought and the universe will just magically give you the opposite of that. And that's not what happens. A miracle is not, is not doing that. Because the law of attraction will literally bring you what you think about and will bring you what you put your energy into. So if you're having shitty ass thoughts, it doesn't matter how many miracles you ask for, because it's not going to work. When you begin to open up your psychic receptors or your psychic channels or your antennas, if you will, you're going to realize that fear is not real, that only love is real. And that if only love is real, then everything else is not. All of the fear, all of the lack mentalities, everything is not real. And you can start focusing on things that are real, like abundance. There is abundance. It is a fact. There is abundance. There is no such thing as fear or hurt. That is just a perception. So when you begin to open up to your psychic abilities, you're going to see that things are not at all what you thought they were. And that's what a true miracle is. That's when you're going to experience miracles, and that's when you're going to see things happen, when you start seeing love instead of fear. And Archangel Haniel is the angel that can help you do that. So my deck has 15 of these cards. So they have 15 About the Angels cards. And so the About the Angels cards have the specialties of the angel, the color, the crystal, and the astrological sign the angel oversees. So that's pretty much it. That's what it has on the card. So because this card is meant to tell you about the angel and give you some practical things that you can do to connect with that angel. So there are 15 of these cards in the deck. So that was for message number 2. And now for message number 3. Okay. So we have one of the plants and herbs cards, which is lavender, and the keywords are relief, worthiness, and tranquility. And the card that we have from the Angels and F-Bombs is the guidance card. So the prayer at the top says, "Dear universe, show me what my next step should be with the situation that I am currently facing." The bomb side says, "Universe, show me where my apparently blind ass is fucking going and what to do next." So I think that these two cards go beautifully together, because when you think about how a lot of times we feel like we're not worthy, we don't feel like we're worthy of release, we don't feel like we're worthy of releasing what's holding us back. We don't feel like we're worthy of anything, because sometimes we feel like we've made too many mistakes, or we have, whatever the case may be that's holding us back from feeling worthy. These two cards are telling you, those who chose pile number 3, that you are worthy. And not only are you worthy, you are worthy of peace. You are worthy of the desire to take a break. You are worthy. And you are worthy to receive guidance from the universe. A lot of people think that guidance is only reserved for people, who are psychic, or people who, are perfect, which there aren't any. People put spiritual teachers on a pedestal, and that's not really what it's about. Anybody can receive guidance. Anybody can receive help from the universe. And this is a prime example of that. So when you pray the prayer on this card and you ask the universe for guidance, you can ask the universe also for relief to help you feel worthy and to help you find peace and tranquility. Now, if you like the smell of lavender, you can diffuse that lavender essential oil. Personally, I hate it. It makes me gag. I think it's disgusting. But if you love lavender, if you're one of the essential oil people and you like lavender, then by all means, diffuse lavender. And just really just relax and take a nap. But realize that you don't have to be at 100 all the time. That you can 100% take a break. You can be who you are. You can breathe. Excuse me. You don't have to keep going. You don't have to feel like you aren't worthy, because that's not true. So I hope that these made sense. I really do. This is, like I said, it's the first time I've ever really done anything like this. It's not like live readings on my Instagram, and also kind of using my deck. So yeah, I hope that this made sense. If you love my deck and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have that deck because it is amazing, you can pre-order it at the link in the description of the video down here. If you are not in the US and you would like to get my deck, please let me know, because I can still get the deck to you, because my website is not set up for international purchases and payments. So just let me know. I got you. I can make that happen. But pre-orders do end on the 25th, or maybe a little bit after, but I don't know if it's going to go a little bit after. So please, I don't know when the second round of pre-orders are going to start. So please, if you want this deck, it's better to get it before the 25th and just to have your copy reserved. Because I don't know if I'm going to have that many copies left over. I don't know if I'm ordering extra copies or not. I haven't looked at how all of that's going to be. So, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for doing this. I hope that it helps you. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you want me to keep doing readings like this. I think it's been pretty cool, but let me know what you think. I am super excited for my deck to come out. It's just really awesome. So I hope that you guys pre-order my deck, and I thank you for all of your love and support, and I'll be seeing you soon. Love and light. Bye.